Good morning, replayers. I'm on a little earlier for my live friends, but I'm here. I apologize to about the little bitty screen. Hi, Dawn. How are you? I'm trying to get my layout right. That's not right. Turn it the other way. I can't get rid of the little screen with StreamYard. And it bugs me. I want a whole stream. Can you hear me okay, Dawn? At least I've got that part right. Hi, Teresa. How are you? I'm still working on this dang camera. I'm wondering if I need a new arm that'll go higher or something. I don't know. Good morning, Leah. How are you? I'm making pockets to get us ready for later. We're going to make all kinds of fun pockets. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Can y'all hear me okay? I guess you'd let me know if by now you didn't hear anything, huh? Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Dawn. Those are kind of important things. Kind of important things. Dawn, you'll appreciate this. I tried felting yesterday. This is supposed to be a bluebird. It looks more like some kind of strange fish with the ball on it. Hi, Messy Palette. You can hear me all the way in Australia. I feel important. How is it in Australia? So anyway, this is my bluebird. But it was my first try, and it is what it is. It looks like a bluebird. Thank you. Hi, Annie. Crafts and laughs. So good to see you. Oh, Teresa, I'm so sorry you're having that issue. It's midnight in Australia and cold. Well, girlfriend, grab a blanket and some hot tea. But anyway, that's my first felting. If we have time, I left out my stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Messy, do you want to call us Messy? Or do you have another name you would prefer us to call you? I think this is the first time I've seen you in my chat, and I'm so glad you made my day. I got some happy mail. I'm going to hold off showing it. And until then, I'm just going to make these little pockets. I have no idea who these are inspired by. None at all. And when I get done, I'm going to sew around the edges. But right now, this one I was just kind of playing with. I'm not going to be able to sew it. And if you don't have a sewing machine. Thank you, Cheryl. I wish I could put me landscape. For some reason, I have it on camera. I'm using my phone, I have it on camera on landscape. And as soon as I switched to StreamYard, I am portrait. And I went in to see if I could fix it on StreamYard, and it says I'm just for one person. So I don't know what the deal is. If anybody can help me later, I'd appreciate it. But anyway, I accidentally put these pearls on too close to the side and didn't leave myself room to sew. So that one's not going to get sewn, but life goes on. These also before I decorate. And this one I did 4 pockets. And how I do it's not rocket science if I'm doing it. I can tell y'all right now, it's not rocket science. I've already got some cut out because I do several at a time. But, we're always wanting something different. And I thought, maybe somebody's not seen this. It may be one of those things everybody's seen. I don't know. But I just use the words as my guideline. And if it's a little crooked, I'm just sorry. I just don't lose sleep over a little crookedness. Diane's been here before. Okay, wonderful, Diane. I'm sorry I forgot. But my memory's just not the best in the world. At least I learned that it's not Alzheimer's. But I am ahead, unfortunately, in my age group for attention and memory as far as old age. So being almost 63, that's not the best. Okay, so I've got my papers all torn out. They're relatively the same size. I did like felting, Dawn. The only thing I noticed was that my arm got tired. I don't have a lot of arm muscle anyway, because knitting and crafting don't tend to build the muscles like it should. I just used a cookie cutter. So I have a 4-needle puncher, and then I have a little puncher, and to get the beak and in the whole of the tail, I use the little one. But I don't know if I'm starting with too much or not enough or what. I just wanted to try it. When we get up north, I'll be doing flower beds and more things like gardening and hoeing but 10-year-old grandson, he loves to mow, which is good. He's a worker. And with my husband and my son there, they start seeing me doing something and they worry about my heart and they take over, which is good. I'm not complaining at all. But I need to do some weights or something to build up some arm strength. Yeah, I'll be out in the garden when I get up north. Now, the other day I did go out and pull some weeds and clip some vines coming up in the wrong place. But, here in Florida, we're trying not to plant a lot because we're not going to be here the next 8 months to take care of it. Good for you, Cheryl. You got muscles. And Emerson would just as soon stay inside as anything. So I've got these all distressed. And so now I'm going to just decide where I want these little pockets. And then I turn them over and I go to the bottom and I tear. And then I glue a little bit so that they stay put until I sew. And they're just something you can make a bunch at once. You could throw them in Happy Mail. Do whatever you're big enough to do, I guess. I like to mass make. I like to get a bunch of stuff made, and then when I want them, I've got them. But there's a couple of kinds of pockets we're going to make today, and then I'll have them all ready, and then I can sew. And that's and then I'll just sew around them and give it that zigzag look. But let's decorate this one a little bit. Oh my. We'll tear them down. Now, do you have a tractor, Dawn, that you can bulldoze them down with? See, that's the thing. Everything like that we do, we use the tractor and the men do it. I've always kind of been treated like Queen Bee, and that's good, except you don't build up muscles. So anyhow, that is this. And now, like I just said, let's decorate this puppy. Now, I did that to an old house when I was in college one summer. Grandpa needed a house torn down, and he'd come and he'd get the old 2-ton truck, because I didn't know how to drive it, and empty it. Then he'd bring it back, and I'd have more to take away. Oh, they're not big. I was a tomboy in my youth, believe it or not. Even when I first got married, I was a tomboy. I'm not anymore. I'm about as prissy as you can get now. But I don't know if any of you watched my standalone video about thank you, Cheryl, appreciate it. And about, I took care of pigs and helped with cows. And in fact, I have one story of Andy, 2 or 3. He was out of diapers, I think. And Greg had been up all night, bad weather, snow, blizzardy, cold. And he came in and he said, I've got a cow calving. He said, if I'm not up in such amount of time, I need you to go up and check her. So time came, he wasn't up. So I got on my old clothes, coat, bundled up. I don't even have work clothes up there now. Hi, Margaret. Welcome, welcome. And I put Andy up on the counter. He was big enough that he could crawl down from the counter to a kitchen chair and to the floor. And I set the timer on the microwave. And I said, now, Andy, if mommy's not back when the timer goes off, then you need to get down and wake daddy up and tell him he needs to come help mommy. And I said, but you sit here on this counter and you'll be able to see mommy the whole time. And so I left him there, and I went out and he could see me walk to the pasture. He could see me get the cow, walk it to the barn. And I think that's all I had to do was get it in the barn. And he could see me walk home, but I wasn't in there. Well, I get home. He's still sitting on the counter. Hi, Barbara. Oh, you have fun with that ironing, Barbara. I look, I had sat him right beside all the knives. He hadn't bothered a one. He had a pot-bellied pig at Grandma's. Remember you saying that. But I didn't even think twice about leaving him. I had to do what I had to do, and he was raised to mind, and that's what he did. And by the time I got back, Greg had woke up, I think, and all was good. But I did look at those knives and say, now what kind of mother leaves that baby with all the knives out? This kind. Yeah. Andy is my son, Cheryl. He is 35 now. You hear me talk of Emerson and Jackson. He's their daddy. I just have the one son. So, but yeah, he was just raised doing the work. It was what we did. Okay, I'm putting this on here, but I think I can still sew around it if I'm careful. I had forgot again that I was going to sew it. Barbara and Margaret, I'm glad you're here. I hope the world is treating you kindly. Let's make some without decorating, and then maybe I won't have a problem when I sew them. Oh, Pam, I hear that. Yeah, I wouldn't have left two little ones. Now, if one had been older, it would have been different. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've heard a lot say with twins. What one doesn't think of, the other one would. Andy was just fascinated watching me and watching it snow or whatever it was doing outside. Probably didn't even notice the knives were there. But yeah, if you'd have had another one, they'd noticed. I hear that. Now, Emerson and Jackson are pretty good about leaving stuff alone. But they're bigger. I could have left them. At 6 and 10, you can leave them. They know better. Of course, Pam, my husband would have sent your oldest one instead of me. Or the 10-year-old. So I wouldn't have had to go. It's a whole different lifestyle. Oh, really, Pam? There's one. And then, so you know what it looks like when you're done. See, you can make a tag and stick it in there. Or a little happy mail or something. And then you got goodies to stick in there. All right, let's see. And all my pockets end up at different sizes because I lay them on here differently. But the nice thing about when there's words and stuff, it kind of gives you a line to kind of keep it semi-straight. But this was something I could do and keep up with all you too. Emerson the other night decided to make a salad. She got out the paring knife, which I taught her how to use it and stuff. Was making salads way before its time. Her mommy asked her, she said, wanted to know what are you doing? And I'm just making salads. Okay. She said, do you know how to use that knife with the vegetables? Yeah, my Nana showed me. She's at that age where, I saw it happen, so therefore I know how stage. But that she does know how, because I've taught her to cut vegetables a long time ago. I figure if they know how to use it, they won't be so dangerous with it because they know what it can do. Oh, they sure do. And I'm notorious for cutting my hand pan through here because I'll be holding something and snipping, like when I am fussy cutting, and I will get that skin. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I don't like fussy cutting anyway. That fussy cutting isn't fun. I think I'm going to get done with this one, and I have another one, but I think I'm going to show my happy mail. I'm excited to see it. It's from Lori, so I was kind of waiting until she got here. But she may not make it. She may be sleeping in. One never knows. I've been up since, excuse me. Excuse me. I could feel that one a-coming. I woke up at 3 and couldn't go back to sleep, wide awake. I got up at 4:30 and I cut bibs out, burp cloths out. And I'll sew those, and I got my Bible done and drank my coffee, and I started tea. I've eaten breakfast. Y'all, I'm not usually up at this time of morning that early. Usually I'm getting up about 8:30 for my 9 o'clock. But man, I was up and a-going. This is from, oops, some fell out. I've opened this. I've peeked, but I've not investigated. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of room here, and then we'll go back to my messing. Oh, that's important, Cheryl. That's important. In this bag, she sent me a bag because I made her a baby quilt for a baby gift, and she sent it through Pirate. And so she sent me another bag and this bag so I could send her quilt and burnt cloths to her. So we're just going to set those aside because I'm sure you're not too excited. Although that's a gorgeous bag. Look at these. Aren't these pretty? I love my slow stitching, y'all. Hi, Candy. Well, Messy, you have a wonderful good sleep. I hope you wake up rested. Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Did I miss a Lisa coming in? Look at I love these mini journals. Decorating the front of them. And then you got a little journal. Love doing that. Ooh, look at these. Let's look at these goodies. Love the thread, the floss, whatever you call it. I'll have to put them on bobbins. Oh, look at these butterflies. These are some she die cut from her video the other day. Look at those. See, she embossed and then cut out. Isn't that the coolest? She's got a 3D embossing folder of butterflies. And look at this Tim Holtz stuff. I love butterflies. Look. I can use these today. Another butterfly. Oh, Lori. Look at these. I love these kind of things. I'll put them in my collage. Look. A bag within a bag. Can't beat that, can you? Cosmopolitan. Oh, I remember that magazine. When I babysat, I would look at that. My mom didn't get it. And so I would look at people's Cosmos while I babysat their kids after I put them to bed. Look at that ad for coffee. Chase Sanborn coffee. Little map. Oh, the fun things I can do with these, Lori. Look at the Coca-Cola. Good Housekeeping. Now, Mom did get Good Housekeeping and was it Ladies' Day? Is that the name? Women's Day, Ladies' Day. Oh, look at that one. That'll have to go into my library journal. The bunny. I love these. Paris. Oh, look at that butterfly. Isn't that gorgeous? And more butterflies. Butterflies are free. Like there's some quote that says something like that. Look at all the butterflies. Goodness, Lori. Look at all of those. Aren't they pretty? Look at the dragonflies. When I had breast cancer, I find this a very funny story. You may not. But when I had breast cancer, you get tattooed. I didn't know that until I had to get tattoos for radiation. Well, by the time I had cancer, plenty of people had seen my boobs and also given birth. So, modesty's out the window. And I was laying there and I had to have 5 dots put around my right breast. so they could line up the radiation cameras. Look at that. See, that'll go in my library journal. I call it my library journal. I don't know why I don't. Oh, look at the cup of tea. And so they were doing it. Well, radiation technologist had sense of humor. Oh, look at the flaws. That can go in my sewing journal. And oh, another embossed flower. Oh, those are so cool. And I was trying to get it. I had boob jokes. They weren't laughing. You know, they'd work on one breast and measure, and then they'd cover it up. And I said, "You've already seen, everybody's seen and played with it. Don't worry about covering it up." So they were doing these dots. And I said, "Do you think you could, oh, a little clip, like a clipboard, top of a clipboard. Cool. Another butterfly. Thank you, Lori. Oh, and two are stuck together. I got two for the price of one. Look at those. And I said, while you're putting those dots on, would it be possible for you to do a vine and then a dragonfly tattoo? I said, if we're going to have tattoos, we might as well have pretty ones. And one of them answered, "Ma'am, these are for medical purposes only." Duh, I kind of knew that. Oh, look at that, you and me. Oh, Lori, these are so cool. Look at that lady. It's a secret. I remember the Volkswagens. My brother had one in high school. Oh, Lori, I love these. But I thought, oh, you guys. And so whenever I left, I said, y'all, you need to get some boob jokes. You need to joke around. I said, it's serious enough. Don't make it worse. I said, be kind to us. One of them chuckled. She said, we're just not used to people wanting a joke. And I said, it's the only way I'm getting through this thing. Look at that. Those are just too cool, Lori. Thank you. Oh, oh, and this will go in my sewing. Oh, no, that's like your file folders. Oh, yeah, having them's very important, but joke about it, you know, lighten. It's such a serious thing. I wasn't one to, I wasn't going to sit and mourn it. It was what it was. And but, you know, I knew that they were doing tattoos for medical purposes. They didn't have to be so serious about it. I'm going to put these all back. Otherwise, I'll find these on the floor. Wouldn't want to bend over, but I'm going to leave these out in case I decide to use them. I may hoard them a while in my, on my pockets today. So I've got those and my butterflies. And here's another bag. I mean, this is like Mary Poppins. Hi, Sandy. How are you? I am so glad you're here. paintgirlee sent me a happy mail. And so we're looking into it. Look at all of these. And look, she numbers hers. That's a whole lot more than I ever do. I don't know the numbers of mine. Look at this floss. Oh, and look, 2 empty bobbins for those. Oh, 3 empty bobbins so I can wrap. Oh, Lord, that was thinking ahead. You're home from vacation. Where'd you go, Sandy? Oh, really, Cheryl? Good, good. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? So colorful. This all reminds me. Oh, look at this. Now, isn't that fun? Lori gave up precious buttons. Look. Isn't that pretty? That's going on the front of a journal, maybe my sewing journal. Look at these colors. I love this color. That has to be that mauvey pink. Probably one of my favorite colors. Ooh, that's a pretty shade of green. And a pink and a mauve. Oh, from southern New Hampshire. How far is that from you? Well, did you have a long drive? Congratulations to him. Masters aren't easy to get. When I got my masters at graduation, we all had our caps and gowns, and you have to listen to the professor speak. These are pretty, Lori. I can leave them together or cut them up. You flew from Kansas. And then you visited the Boston Commons. Oh my, Candy. Yeah, what some of them just don't know. Well, congratulations, Big Mama. Now I'm headed back to Missouri in a couple, 3 weeks. We'll probably leave here around the 20th. And I am about 3.5 hours straight west of Kansas City in the northeast part of Missouri. Where's Kansas City from you, Sandy? My sister's in Salina. Look at this. Now, isn't that the cat's meow? How neat is that? That's burlap paper. Isn't that cool? I made collage with that. Oh, you're in Missouri. You're closer to Joplin. Yeah, I know exactly where Joplin is. I've been there many a times. There's a Bible college, Ozark Bible College down there. I think that was the name of the Bible college. And now when we come up through Paducah, Kentucky. And then we just cross southern Illinois to St. Louis. My son, he went to Southwestern. He went to Central Missouri. Thank you so much, Lori. This is going to be fun to play with. And then she gave me, and I've never had this, 2 pieces of this paper. Isn't that neat? I just think that's the coolest thing. And she gave me 2 of them. I just think that's really cool. I don't have anything like this. Gotcha. Gotcha. I have a niece that lives in Oklahoma, but I don't know the name of it, of the town. And then she sent me this book her sister wrote. Jackie. She sometimes comes to visit if you watch Lori. Sometimes her sister drops in. She's the one that sells the nails that she talks about. And this is Ribbons for Randy. And here's a picture of her sister. And I'm quite excited because, I mean, I was children's librarian at school. I love children's literature. So I'll have to read this. So I'll have to look you up on the map, Sandy. We're going to drive through Kentucky this time, going north to see the Ark. Noah's Ark. We both have been wanting to see that. And never before have we stopped along the way to just sightsee. And we want to this time. We want to, stop and see the sights. We won't live in Florida forever. We better start seeing what's around. Thank you, Lori. This is amazing. Thank you. I love it all. Love it all. Cool beans. And I'm going to stick it all in my little bag. If I need it, I'm going to keep it right here on my desk. And these I'm going to set to the side because I'm not going to get into those today. And now we're going to finish up this pocket, and I'm going to then start a different kind of pocket. And then before I sew bird claws, I'll have these to sew too. Oh, that's organized. Be scared, everyone. So anyway, we're going to stop and see the Ark. Have any of you been to Noah's Ark in Kentucky, the big replica? If so, I'd love to hear any suggestions you might have. And I got these books from books that I took out to make journals, and I just kept the pages. And so this is kind of a fun way. I'm using up 3 pages at a time. Hi, Tori. Welcome. So glad you're here today. I got to see all the historical stuff when I was in high school, but I would love to go see it all again. Now, this one is a little short, but that's okay because I can move it up and it can share the bottom with this. They can get along well enough to do that. I'm glad you made it today too, Tori. Welcome. And the Creation Museum too, Leah. Now, Leah, was there lots of walking? Because Greg's worried about my walking. So that's something kind of to know. See, and now that one's ready to be sewn. And you're probably getting tired of watching me cut and glue. So let's do some collaging on some. And these are just little collage. They can be a, slide in pocket. they can be a pocket this way, or you can do them this way and slide in. Now, this little fold thing is very easy to do. Let me, if you don't know how to do that, I'll just tear up another piece of paper and show you how I did that. Hi, Carol. Welcome, welcome. So glad to see your pretty face today. And I do not save these scraps of paper. If anyone does, I can mail them to you if you'd like them. More than willing to do that. I have another video where I showed making these little whatchamajiggers, decorations. I got this idea from Shabby Doodah. You just take it, your paper, and you just kind of fold it in like that. And then you can kind of fold that in more. If you want to, you can leave it out. And then I like to distress my edges on these. And you could use whatever color you wanted. I've just got the walnut stain out, so I'm using it. Thank you, Cheryl, so much. I do appreciate all your support. Look at this naturally faded. Isn't that the coolest thing? We're going to put that on there, but I'm not going to do too much in order to hide all that cool staining. Lost my paste. Okay, Leah. Is it worth seeing then? He was afraid I wouldn't be able to see much if I had, with all the walking. I think I'm going to sew around that. So I'm not going to decorate this one right now. Oh, this is a pretty one. Let's see. Got this music paper. Let's tear it in half. Hi, Kelly. How are you? I'm so glad to see you this fine Tuesday morning. We're making different kinds of pockets. Hi, Lori. I just finished showing your goodies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate it. I love it all. Maybe using some of it here in a minute. And I'm going to get one of those cool butterflies that Lori sent to me. think I want a little butterfly. I don't think I want one of those great big ones. Talking with Betty. Is Betty doing well today? Okay, are these stickers? Lori, are these stickers? Or do I glue them on? Since you're here to tell me. I'll buy stuff like that and then I can't remember what it was. So if you don't remember, that's all right. Absolutely worth it. Okay. Stickers. Okay. Then you all can watch me try and take them apart. Well, that is really good to know, Laura, Leah. I am so glad you've been there and can tell me that. And the rest of the video is going to be me trying to open it. Hi, Carol. How are you? I'm working on my next soul vessel. You created a monster with that. Oh, I almost had it. There we go. Oh, isn't that pretty? Let's rub it down. Rub a dub dub. And see, I can still sew around this. It'll be later today if I do. But at noon, I'm going to meet a girlfriend for lunch and we're going to go get our toes done. This I want for my library journal. Thank you, Tori. Well, that's important, Cheryl. We got to talk to our hubbies, don't we? Find out what's going on with them. I'm hot in here. I'm starting to sweat. See, if I do this, then I can make them also into a pocket, which in my library journal, I just might do. I'm thinking, I know that's scary, but it's what I do. This has an alphabet on it. It's also got the crayon. Okay, well, let's glue these things down. I have to take something back to TJ Maxx. I got it and tried it on and didn't like it. I hate trying on at stores. I'm sure you guys are the same way. So I always bring it home and try it on. These are papers that I made at Tanya's house. Let's tear it. My tearing's not real good today, so I'm having to use that ruler. Okay, I'm assuming this is a sticker too. Put this on, then I can sew around this too. Probably later this afternoon when I get home. There we go. Almost looks like the state of Missouri. Oh, I love my art glitter glue. I like that. You don't get to see much of this, but you can tell it's there. I may not get to burnt cloths today. I may be too busy. Janet messaged me this morning. Her and Freddie were going to do one this way. Her and Freddie were going, she and Freddie, get my grammar correct, we're going on a late walk today. Did any of you watch the coronation? I couldn't sleep, so I got up and I watched it only because I was up. And I did enjoy it. I like watching Louie and Charlotte and George. I'm trying to only use what's on my desk. But I'm going to admit I got stuff out last night working on things. And forget about my invisible tape. Yeah, it is sticky. I hear that. It's very sticky. But it stays sticky, I must admit. Hi, Dana. How are you today? I was watching you all the other night. I said hi, but nobody saw me. Or you were ignoring me, however you want to look at it. Maybe I should take that as a hint. Here we go. I don't remember now what you guys were doing. You know, some people can watch and remember everything about the video. I sure can't. I can't at all. At night, I'm not getting to see as many people as I used to because this week I learned to crochet and it takes my concentration. Bless Lori's heart for being patient with me. You were, Dana. You were. And now I'm just going to take this and just kind of do that. Kind of make it a little. And then what do we want to put on this? Let's make this pretty shabby chic. We'll put on some flowers. I'm still going to sew around it. Oh, really, Barbara? I bet you enjoyed seeing how different it is nowadays. You were quietly watching. I think everybody was that night. And sometimes I do that too. I do try and speak to everybody. I don't always get it done, but I do try and say hello. I don't usually do the chatting, believe it or not, when I'm watching. Don't usually do that. I've got, what do I want in this? How about something like that? And then a bow. Bring that down a little so I can sew. Oh, a paper. I love making clusters. Yeah, I need to watch Janet's as a replayer because I got there late. And I hate missing her live. And if I watch replays, I'm bad. I don't always comment. And on hers, I really try to make the live because it's just different. And then I'll sew around. And then I'll have either a tag. I can, you can already write on it. But see, this would go in here. Or I can just glue on the outside edges and stick it in. I can stick it in there. I can stick it in there. So lots of options there. I've just found this. I thought, Not at all, Sandy. You just talk to whoever you want to talk to. I don't talk a lot in chat either, so I truly understand. Because you get busy. Just so nothing's my fault, Sandy. That's the thing. Okay, let's do one more. What do you say? Let's do this one this way. To me, this is a lot like clusters. Let's get... This is some of that yarn that I colored the other day. I'm going to use it as a bow, I think. Oh, good for you, Carol. What would Pam do? Well, Pam definitely would fix it. Now, if you want to say what would Kathy do, it would be call somebody to come fix it. Now for the next one. Yeah, I got a couple errands I've got to run too. When I get out and about, I need to go to the used bookstore and take books. And I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to do this one simple. And Got to go by TJ Maxx and return. The only thing I got to do is return that shirt. So that'll be a run in and run out. And what else do I have? Greg got groceries yesterday, the day before yesterday. So I don't have to do that. I hear you on that. I hate buying appliances. They're just not a fun thing. You got one to stand up, one on top of the other. I bet that's going to be a job. You're going to need those big boys helping you. That'll be a job. Oh, Carol, that was easy then, wasn't it? Didn't that make you proud of yourself for being able to do it alone? It would me. Yeah, something like that I'd have probably tried myself. But not taking it. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Well, I appreciate you stopping in and thumbs upping. You have a great day, Gail, and take care of yourself. I don't know that I like that very well. I may have to do something different with it, but maybe once I get sewn around it, I'll like it better. See, oh, maybe this is what it needs. Yeah, all of these will need words, but I'll do that after I sew. Yeah, after I sew it, I'll hang that. That'll help it. But I'm not going to hang that yet. I'll wait till after it's sewn so I don't have to mess with it on my sewing machine. Oh, I don't blame you. See there, Pam, there's a side job for you. You can repair things for people. People probably feel a lot safer you coming than some of those men. Not that they're dangerous, but just in today's world. This is a journal I wanted to show you. I started, it was probably one of my first journals. And it is my idea journal. And I don't think I've ever shown it. If I have, close your eyes. I took a calendar from a Mary Engelbright calendar, I think, and decorated it. So I had this Mary Engelbright fabric and all. But these are ideas I had watching other channels. And I was making stuff with them. And every once in a while, I like to get it out to look for things. Hi, Chris. Um, this was something when I watched Pam, the Outlook post or whatever her name is. I made with her. A lot of these was when I was watching her. Here's some flowers I made with her. And I got the flowers out. I just used these little things to make the flowers with my punch. This I thought was cool. It was how she tore the paper. And then this is the pocket. You could also sew around it. I didn't. It's a little book. And here's a little, this is wallpaper. Oops, that's coming out. With stamps down the side. I just thought some of these might give you ideas too. So feel free to screenshot anything you see so you can remember. That's what I do. I screenshot people's work. And then I remember. Now I do try and give them credit. This I don't remember whose it was. It might have been Patricia Veramonte. She's really clever with book pages. But this is a couple book pages, and it's just a little book. And then these are kind of like what we're making now with newspaper. Here's tickets, stamped. Belly band. This is a different kind of belly band. With ribbon and then lace down the middle. This is where you can pull it down and write on it. And this is before I had hardly any supplies or anything that I made this. This was a pen holder. I got that idea from Shabby Chic. This was a way with string you could make lines for writing. Got that from the Paper Outpost. Here's a moving, is that attached? But you could give more writing space. Or you could just stick it in. And I was watching Beth one night, and she was showing how she showing painted brads. With fingernail polish. There's an envelope tuck, and then a piece of part of it going across. So you had another pocket. Here's one with another pocket. Here's an envelope with the pocket. Like I said, I don't remember where these ideas even came from. I like to give credit, but it says learn stenciling. I hadn't thought to stencil a page. There's some coffee dyeing. This was from Patricia Veramonte's. These are all little pockets. And then this is a pocket too. Trying to make a master board. I am so bad at master boards. There's a fabric flip. First time I heard one, I think, was Gail Agostinelli's. This is a little snippet roll using tickets. And then this idea I got from Shabby Chic, where you fold them and then you stick things in the pockets. Gosh, that's stuff I could be using. And then paper clip it into your book. Be great for like Happy Mail or something. There's another belly band. I wasn't familiar with belly bands. Here's a tip in, tip out, whatever you call. I put that in there the first time I saw one of those. Like I said, I was completely new to all of this. There's putting a napkin on a page. I was afraid I'd forget that idea. But sometimes I do forget it. There's just lace. Isn't that beautiful lace? Here's another way to make a pocket. And also just the idea of using different kinds of paper. And then here's the second signature. I love making fabric flips. Here's a pocket where you can, fold up the page from a book and make a little pocket. Just ideas I never thought of. And some of these you might not have thought of, or these might be things you do all the time. Just using washi tape going down the side, or a glassine bag. This is wallpaper as a page. Scrapbook paper. Scrapbook paper is something I forget to use. It's old graph paper that's been coffee dyed. I need to do some more, put more stuff in this. So, I'm probably forgetting things. Thanks, Lori. Here's some shorthand. Just something different. But I thought, it gives me ideas. I should leave it out and add some more. Oh, this was a fun one that I think it was a paper journal where you made this little book from a magazine cover and made it like little doors and then had a bunch of writing space in it. And I'd forgotten all about that. So anyway, it's just some ideas. I may put some of these when I get done. I need to put the tinkle tape in there, and maybe we'll just do a page. With some of these things I have out, I might forget someday. Thank you, Carol. I thought it was kind of fun to look back on it. And if you're like me, I feel like I'm doing the same thing all the time. And That gets boring for me. It's like, what can I think to do? What can I think to do? So any of you have big plans for today? Pam, I know, is running errands and fixing a wash machine. I glued the wrong side, but I'll still have the idea. I want one of those. Here, I'll use this one. Let me use the one that's been sewn already and finished. There we go. Thank you, Cheryl. By working outside, I was watching Mary, and she had several people there going outside to work in the yard. Good for you, Lori. You're going to be a jaguar today. What time do the Phillies come on? So I don't ask you any crocheting questions. I found this in something. I thought, let's just add this too. Carol's going to do some gardening. Leave that as another belly band so I can slide something else into it. I don't know if I have any of this lace left or not. I may have used it. I thought it was so pretty. I like possum patty too. Well, Pam, how do you plan on getting that dryer? How do you plan on getting the dryer off of the wash machine? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, Lori. Well, as I was telling them, I'm going to do errands and meet a friend for lunch and nails and toenails. And then I want to see if I got to do some other stuff. I'm not leaving. I'm just covering stuff so nothing dries out on me. I do have an audiobook, James Patterson audiobook I started. I'd like to maybe finish. It depends. But this is a neat idea for anybody. You know, when you see ideas and you make them, put them in start your journal of ideas. Oh, good. Brother-in-laws. That is important. I didn't want you trying that all by yourself. Shoot, you'd kill your back, I would think. So they'll take it down and then you'll fix it and then they'll come back and put it back up there. Is that what you're planning, Pam? Oh, thank you, Cheryl, for putting up possum patties. Well, I think I'm going to leave y'all so I can get ready and get errands done by the time I need to meet my friend. And you all can go on and have your day without me bothering you. Hi, Possum Patty. Your ears were ringing. Yes, we were talking about you. Cheryl's sister Cheryl said she was going to watch you. And I said she's fun to watch. And then she posted your video so that others could go watch too if they would like. Oh, Pam, that would be wonderful. Glad you're not having to do all that alone. And if nothing else, he can call his brothers to come help if he needs them. You are more than welcome, Carol. I know that with my internet, though I don't think it's been as bad jumpy today, maybe because I'm not on your end. Oh, I understand, Pam. Well, you all have a wonderful day. Do something nice for somebody, even if it's holding a door open for them. And let people help you. They always like helping too. Know that I do appreciate you for coming. I do appreciate you shouting me out. I do appreciate your thumbs up. And I want you to always know you have a purpose. Oh, good Lori. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Leah, for coming. I've got your tassel hanging up on my wall. Okay, Patty, you enjoy your day. I've got to be gone. So I'll have to catch the replay.